You're with the Newsmakers. On the panel, John Durning, Yanni Johansson and Jamie Gough. Raising the retirement age. Now, there's a new idea. The Retirement Commissioner has been beating this drum this week, saying the age of entitlement needs to be raised from 65 to 67 to ensure its future affordability. And her plan is to start increasing the age from 2020 by 2 months a year. So by the time we get to 2033, when some of us may not actually still be here, it will hit 67. Now, it won't actually affect you, John, because I think you crossed the magic 65 mark well before 2020, if I can be so impertinent to suggest.
Well, I wouldn't say well before. I might just sort of sneak under.
Do you think this is inevitable, this kind of change?
It is inevitable if you look at the financial side of it. Is it inevitable because of a vote outcome? I think that either party would be very reluctant to raise it. I saw some figures the other day that said that 77% of people thought that they shouldn't raise it. Of that, something like 60% said that if they did, they wouldn't vote for John Key. Yeah. Now, there's a big driver for a government that wants to come back in, but do they need to put it up? Of course they do. Yeah.
Will the politicians ever find the courage to face reality, Yanni?
For me, it's more about the reality that people need money to survive. And if you can actually minimise some of the other costs, then I think you can may not need to put it up. I mean, there's no doubt that we do face an issue with an ageing population.
And we've got time. But, we've got time to plan and to save.
To give you an example, the price of vegetables is horrendous. Community gardens are a great opportunity for us to become more locally sustainable, environmentally friendly housing designed to reduce power prices. Things like that, I think, can make a contribution to reducing the costs that people face. But it will be an economic situation that we find ourselves in, because let's not forget, council and government have borrowed a huge amount of money, a huge amount of debt that is going to be built up over the next generation, and we are going to have to pay that back. So we're going to have some hard choices to make in our future.
I love how you managed to take the issue right out from its initial basis. Very good, well done.
Back to the retirement age.
Back to the retirement age, Jamie.
Yeah. Community gap.
No, I think, look, it is sort of inevitable. We understand what the realities are. However, I think the whole purpose of a retirement package, or the whole purpose of superannuation, is the fact that when you get older and you can no longer work and you're no longer getting the income, you have some means of survival, that you can still live a life. I think income testing is what I would prefer to see come in. Instead of moving the age to 67, to 70, whatever, I understand that there's some people that are older that still have investments. They're still quite capable of working. Unfortunately, there's a lot of the people that are on the lower pay grades throughout their lives that have perhaps been in manual labour jobs, that they're absolutely shattered by the time they get to that age, and they are incapable of that. And also, probably because of that, they might not have a large amount of investments or other positions. So I think, look, if you're, Jim Anderton is over that age, and I guarantee you he's earning a relatively decent salary. So I'm sure if you're over the age of 65 and you're earning, for argument's sake, if you've got an income coming in over $80,000, well, let that money go to perhaps the people that need it a little bit more. So I would like to see, if anything, income testing being phased in, and actually that superannuation going to the people that really need it.
Okay, interesting. I've got about 30 seconds in total for any free shots, shout-outs, plugs and pokes. Any names to mention, Mr. Durning?
Positives, dairy industry.
Yes.
Good week for them.
More cows than people. Yes.
Good week for the England cricket team.
Yanni?
I just want to say a huge shout out to the Phoenix for coming to Christchurch, for the Christchurch soccer fans who showed up, and wonderful display of support for an out-of-town soccer team.
And a very well-behaved Ricky Herbert, yes.
And the refereeing was atrocious, but anyway. And I guess in flip side to that, keeping on the theme of soccer, utterly disappointed at FIFA for not giving Australia and the Southern Hemisphere a World Cup.
Very quickly, 10 seconds.
I'd give it to the Christchurch Rotary clubs that are out on the streets today giving their annual street appeal to Clown Doctor. So if anyone's saved any money in the central city from the parking, perhaps give a couple of dollars to Rotary for the Clown Doctor. It's a great cause.
Good stuff. Now, I'm sure the police welcome the idea of engaging with young people, but our pick of the week this week would suggest perhaps things might be taken a bit too far. This is from the Santa Parade, and a police car was used as, well, a bit of a mobile grandstand. I don't think Mr. Plod was very happy. Last week's question, should all public events at Hagley Park be alcohol-free? 42% of you said yes, 58% no. The prize winner, G. Yates. This week's question, would a new shopping mall in the central city encourage you into the CBD? Yes or no? Email newsmakers@ctv.co.nz. You can vote on the web or via the post. Do so, you'll be in to win the MTA day petrol card. That's $50 worth, by the way. And also a very festive compilation CD, Simply the Best Christmas. Thank you very much to Jamie Gough, Jana Johansson and John Durning. Have a good shopping weekend. Think Central City. Good night.